Okay, it says we're live. So I'm going to do a couple of series of videos talking about some of my own personal experiences, and I believe that will hopefully let folks that are seeing these videos and saying, okay, do I trust this guy? Does he have anything that we can relate to, and that sort of thing, prior to you uh, joining us and talking about your experiences. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about some of those. Um, in this example, this is a short story, but this is around um, somewhere about 6, 7 years ago. Okay. And this is up in when I lived up in the woods and the countryside, north, uh, northeast of the bottom of the boot of Louisiana. So I'm literally 5 miles from the Louisiana Mississippi border, and it's a beautiful area. It's nice and quiet. It's got some rolling hills, some flatlands, rolling hills, uh, and a lot of variety of vegetation with pine and hardwood, etc. So, and if you don't know it, country life living is um, completely different than living in the city if you're not familiar with that. Um, so during this time, I had some particular items at my place and that I was trying to sell. Okay. And I was posting those things on Facebook, Craigslist, etc. And some guy had responded. And so here's where it kind of got a little interesting for me, at least. Um, to be honest with you, the guy came across in the initial communication of those postings as a jerk. Okay. And it was, and I would say a few other things, but in case any kids are watching, I'll just say he was a jerk. Um, so I really didn't want to have anything to do with him. But these are very unique items, and there's not a whole lot of people in that, uh, say, 50-mile square radius area of people that would be interested in this item. And now I don't even remember what it was. I think it was a cover back pickup cover for the back of pickup truck. I think I don't remember. So um, so anyway, communication continued with this guy, and finally to the point where he's like, okay, well, me and my wife, I'm out and about with the kids, and so if you don't mind, I'm gonna make my way over. So okay. So he comes over. In this case, it's in the evening, all right, getting dark. To be honest with you, I'm just trying to set the story, but that doesn't have any bearing on what I'm going to tell you. But it was in the evening, and he, so first we go over business items in terms of, okay, let me see what you have. Is this what you represented, what it was, and is that something I'd like? And we confirm a negotiated price that you'll accept? Okay. So we got all that out the way, all the business stuff. In the process of talking to him and his wife, um, it seemed that we kind of had some things in common out living out in the country, um, on our view of living a homestead life and off grid, etc. Um, so as we continued to talk, um, something compelled him to share a story with me. And so he takes his camera and he's going through scrolling and showing me pictures of things at his place. And these things are common regarding living in the countryside and off grid or homestead living. Things that they made or they bought, and nothing actually relevant to the story of making a YouTube video about. However, I'm setting this up to let you know that discussing these things with this guy and his wife and the things that I'm seeing lends, let's say, credibility for me for what I'm about to see next. Okay, so in sharing all this, he ends up coming across showing me a video and a picture or pictures from his camera, from his phone camera. Okay, showing these alien beings, which looks like a typical textbook picture of a tall gray, standing right there at the edge of his property in the woods where the woods start. Okay, and just standing there, almost camouflaged, but not. So, in other words, if you didn't see it, if you didn't look or didn't see it with the naked eye, or better said, if you glanced over there or were busy paying attention to doing something else or elsewhere, you would probably never know they were there. However, if you do look up and even perhaps with the naked eye and then put it on camera or whatever, you will definitely see it. So if you had posted outdoor cameras like a Ring doorbell or Blink or any other security cameras or outdoor hunting type cameras that are posted on a tree or something, you would have picked. You could have picked this up, and so I found that fascinating that this picture, was so clear and so real from a real phone camera, and it was direct. So it wasn't doctored on a. He didn't take it and put it on the internet and doctor it up in some form or fashion. It was a real camera, real phone, and now that I think about it, I don't recall um, what he said his response was to that, especially if he had small children. I don't know if he went and tried to shoot at it, run it off. They moved, burned the place down, or what? I don't know. I find that odd that I didn't ask that. But that's how that conversation went. I found that very interesting. Um, out of all my experiences, I've never had a cell phone available or a cell phone working. So you're just going to have to take my word for it. But if you have cell phone pictures or some other photo pictures of aliens hiding or aliens that you have seen, let me know. Please post that in the comments below or at my website. I'm sorry, my email, Bob's, BOBS, paranormal @gmail.com. Please feel free to post that, and please give me permission, to either comment on them or repost it on YouTube. So thank you very much. That's my story on this alien that was captured on this guy's property. And if I'm missing something to the story, or if you have other questions, please feel free to ask. All right. Thank you.